So, Shady, is Dak Prescott the most trustworthy quarterback in the NFC?
No. Ask me again.
Is he the most?
No. It's got to be Brock Purdy for me. And this is why. I look at when the lights are bright, you got to go against a top opponent.
Like Christmas Day?
Well, that's one game. We all get them. Okay. I've had 3 game fumbles. I know you had.
I done fumbled too. Don't bring me in on
No, that's it.
No, I'm with you, my brother. I done fumbled too.
Yeah, I'm in the game.
Time games.
You had the 4 drops. 5 drops in the. So anyway.
Oh my God.
So all I'm saying is this. When I measure these quarterbacks, because Dak, I will say this about Dak Prescott. Out of all the quarterbacks in the NFC, he's been playing the highest, right? He's had the highest of highs, right?
Yes.
But when the lights are bright and we need this the most, and we play against a top competition team, and we seen what he looks like, and it's kind of like, with Brock Purdy, we've seen him playing against top teams. And yes, he did have that bad game on Christmas. Was it Christmas?
Yeah.
He looked bad. But other than that, you didn't see him play like that. I think he's the safest. I think that Kyle Shanahan calls the plays for him, and the weapons around him, they work well. They got a great running game, and he plays great in that system. So I got to give it to Brock Purdy, because let's not forget, 2 weeks ago, he was leading the NFL for the MVP.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Brock Purdy. And don't ask me nothing about Philadelphia.
Something else. I got a question for you. Yes, it's Dak Prescott. And it ain't close.
Oh, you going with Dak?
I'm going with Dak.
Okay.
And it's not close. And the reason why I say is in our league, it's one thing that you need to be every week, and that's consistent, right? Consistency is big in the National Football League. If you're not consistent and you don't got that big-time money, you're going to find yourself on the bench, right? If you are consistent, you're going to find yourself with some big-time paper, right? So during this season, the most consistent quarterback, not only in the National Football League, but especially in the NFC, has been Dak Prescott. The most consistent quarterback. He got 32 touchdowns and 8 picks. But with our own 2 eyes, if we watch Dak Prescott play this game, Dak Prescott is the best player on the Dallas Cowboys, right? The games they lose, well, he's not.
Dak Prescott's the best player on the
This
Cowboys?
season, he's not the best player on the Cowboys. So they win without, they're in this position without Dak.
Who
throwing to CD?
What's up with this guy, though?
Dak Prescott is the best player on the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all could argue with me.
What are you talking about?
Are you kidding me?
Who's going to be all-pro?
See, who throwing to this dude?
What you mean?
Cowboys.
He's going to be all-pro.
No, because he's going to be all-pro.
Right.
And you watch the quarterback make plays the way the quarterback been making plays. A lot of these plays is the quarterback getting outside the pocket, finding CD.
Okay, at least
you just said the 92-yarder in my head is Dak Prescott making a dude miss in the pocket, getting outside and bombing this thing to CD Lamb.
At least say Cowboys offense, so then we can exclude Micah. You just said
I was about to go to Micah next.
At least say the Cowboys
Is Micah, is he
offense.
still here? Like, where he go? You know, he tweet every day. He's still here.
Hold on. You guys can honestly sit here and say, if Dak Prescott is not the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys and whoever's behind him is in there, CD's having these numbers and the Cowboys is in this position, is that what you guys are telling me
That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
I'm just objecting to you saying that Dak is the best, but I believe CD is.
So with that being
He's
said,
sober, America. He's sober, though.
I'm very sober. With that being said, Dak Prescott has led the Dallas Cowboys, especially when he was on that MVP run, to a lot of victory.
That's true.
So what I'm saying is we've seen this defense give up 30, then 40. We've seen the Miami Dolphins get the football and drive down the field after Dak Prescott just got it on 4th down and threw a dime. Like, no disrespect to Micah, but best player on the Dallas Cowboys is Dak Prescott, and he's making CD Lamb's job easy. And CD Lamb is having an all-pro year because of Dak Prescott. And I'm sure he will tell you that. But the most consistent player in the NFC at the quarterback spot is Dak Prescott. I'm taking Dak Prescott. Y'all, he's not the best. It's on y'all.
No, he's not the best player in the Dallas Cowboys. He's very good. He's very good. He's having a great season, best season of his career.
And to correct you, so that you know, CD was all-pro this year and all-pro last year.
Who throwing to win?
Last year, Cooper Rush did 4 times.
Wow. See, there you go.
Yo.
You just asked,
but what I'm saying is Cooper Rush in this offense all season? Thank you.
No.
So that's all I'm saying.
You are correct. Go ahead, George Taylor.
It's crazy.
Who's playing
Okay, hold on.
this year on the Dallas Cowboys?
CD Lamb.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb's like that, bro.
He is. I'm not taking
This
nothing
is
away
why we
from
always
him.
argue about Dak, because we always got to, someone always got to take it too far.
Thank you. He took it
And
way
then,
too far.
and then everybody has to be like, whoa.
Was CeeDee Lamb ever in the MVP conversation? Was Micah?
But it's a quarterback award.
MVP, you know what that's about.
It's a quarterback award.
One dude's all pro, the other one's not.
Like, if we were talking the best football players.
Yo,
And I agree with that, but he ain't never been in it. And we
wait,
saying,
hold up.
Okay, can I answer the question?
Before she go, you think Dak will ever be all pro? It's a good feeling to be all pro.
I don't know. It'll be very hard for Dak.
But you know who will be all pro?
CeeDee Lamb again.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. It is.
I think Dak's having an unbelievable season.
Joy.
Like this is why this happens with Dak. I actually think I'm completely torn. I don't really have a strong opinion either way. They have almost identical numbers. We think that Brock Purdy has had this season that's way, way, way better than Dak Prescott. They have almost identical numbers. Purdy has 31 passing touchdowns. Dak Prescott has 32. They have almost the same passer rating, similar passing yards. Purdy's passer rating's a little bit higher, but he has 13 giveaways to Prescott's 10. You look at Purdy's worst games compared to Dak's worst games. I mean, obviously he has that game against the Ravens, which is unexplainable, but they're like the same. They've had essentially the same season. It just looks different because San Francisco is so dominant. But when we're talking about specific players and you're asking me who I trust more, I'm very torn. I trust Dak a lot. I think he's a very consistent player. Purdy, what I don't trust is if it goes bad, it's gonna go bad. Like we're not recovering bad.
So you taking Dak?
You could honestly talk me into the way. You can't talk me into him being the best player on the Dallas Cowboys, but
before you take Dak, I want to ask, because you said so similar. One has the number 1 seed, correct? Mm-hmm. Who was that?
Purdy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the next thing is this: when they did play, like you gonna play me?
Yeah.
Well, Dak didn't play Purdy. Dak played the San Francisco defense.
And Purdy.
Wait. That's what it is.
Listen, I'm not.
We're not gonna say, the matchup is Dak going against the Niners. We ain't doing that.
I'm not mad at you saying Purdy. I just don't. I disagree with both of you. You think it's way more Purdy.
I didn't say way more. All I said,
he said clearly.
I said, because they asked questions, and I said, when they played each other though.
I hear you.
So when you say I trust a dude that when they played, what happened?
Yeah.
I hear you.
And I said it's easy. I said it's clearly easy.
Not once, but twice.
No, I hear you.
Here's where, James, I disagree, but I think you're objectively wrong. Because you said Prescott's been way more consistent.
He's been way more
It's
consistent.
a lie. Because Dak has had multiple bad games, too. Niners game was Purdy's 4-pick Ravens game.
Yeah. He had 153 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions.
With Purdy. And we was thinking about, we was over here talking about whose fault is it and all
No
that.
doubt, but
Dak ain't had
no doubt about
like
that. No, Dak's are more sporadic, but you also know Dak had the Buffalo Bills game, where Dak also was very bad.
He forgot about that game.
So for you to say easy, and no, objectively speaking, it definitely is not.
I mean, I have the numbers here.
Who are you taking?
Dak's only game this season with multiple picks was the Niners game. He had 153 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions.
Yep.
And then his game against the Bills, he had 134 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception.
Mm-hmm.
You have Brock's game against the Ravens, which obviously was 4 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Browns, he was 12 for 27, 125 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Vikings, 272 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
With the game on the line.
And then the Bengals was 365 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Before you stop, can you go to the Cowboys-Niners game? Because they did play.
Yeah.
Acho, who
153 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions for Dak.
And Purdy.
I don't have Purdy's numbers, but
it was really good.
Purdy was really good. But that's what I'm saying. You can talk me into either one of these guys. When everything's right for Purdy, it goes great, and he plays at a very, very high level. Dak has probably been more consistent. Yes, Purdy has a lower low statistically.
How can you say? I don't even know that you can say Dak's been more.
Can we get
consistent.
your answer first, sir?
I'm thinking Purdy, but the difference is I don't think it's easy. I'm more so with Joy. I think it's.
Yeah, I think it's here. You can talk me in either way.
The reason Purdy very much so differentiates it, and now I would side with Shady, is Dak saw Purdy in the playoffs. Purdy played better. Dak saw Purdy this season. Purdy played better. Purdy went to a conference championship game. Purdy's played better. Since Purdy's taken over as a starter, Purdy's been more consistent. So everywhere you do want to go, if you do flip the coin, it has to err on the side of Purdy. Now, if you want to say that, well, Purdy put all his bad games together, I feel you. I mean, and Purdy did put 2 bad games consecutively. Like, he did put those on. I can't argue with that.
They lost 3 games in a row. And
Correct, but I don't.
Last night should have kicked the field goal. That's not his fault.
That's why I'm saying, like, the Browns game, they could. You
But
don't even
the
feel
thing is, like,
Okay, so Dak
hold on.
went down there and
then
scored, and the Miami went down there. That ain't Dak's fault.
But no,
what are we talking about?
I'm not saying it's not his fault, but you said he played bad. I'm not.
He didn't play well enough to win
did.
against a third-string quarterback.
No doubt about it.
While we're comparing who the quarterbacks are, and I'm with you. Like, I think they're way closer. And when you really look at their numbers, which we don't care about numbers until we do, they're very similar.
They should be close. Dak is a veteran. He's a veteran in this league. He didn't see it at all.
All right. We keep doing that.
Time out. We got him. That's why not? What you mean?
It's a lot of veterans.
Because when Purdy does bad, he's a rookie.
Time out. If we all been on TV, you've been on TV for 10 years, I've been on TV for 2 years, and we close, we shouldn't be close? What's this year for Brock Purdy?
Second.
Second year, hold up, he was the last pick in the draft. How are we close? How are we close, though? How is it? But hold on for a second. Just think about what I'm telling you. You played in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
Think about this, though. Some guy come to the league in his second year, though.
Yeah.
Last pick in the draft. And I've been a starter for all these years, playing with a good team. Yeah. And we close?
But Shady, we're talking.
We close?
But first off, we're talking this year, though. We're not talking career. We're talking this year.
And then when we play,
Brock Purdy playing better than Mahomes this year. You gonna take Mahomes over Purdy over Mahomes?
I don't do that playing.
But I'm just saying that's what it is.
I don't play with them names like that. I don't play with them.
But that's what it is.
No, it's not. I'm gonna let you play names. But I'm gonna say this: the crazy thing is when we play each other, though. That's the thing I don't understand. Y'all missing, right? If you better than me, I'm better than you. I don't know who's better. So let's just find out. And when we play each other, you know what's popping with me, right? You gonna lose and I'm gonna win.
So Josh Allen,
I'm gonna play better than you gonna play.
But
wait, stop going to all these other places. Stay here in Fox. Stay here in LA. You going to Buffalo? You going to Kansas City? Bruh. Stay right here with me, please.
Yeah.
When we play each other, big man,
yes,
I'm gonna beat you and I'm gonna play better than you every time, right?
But this
right or no?
Hold on, real quick, because you're wrong. Because
tell me where I'm wrong.
Purdy has lost a lot of games this year. Does that mean the quarterback on the other side is better than him? That's all I'm saying, though.
But
you going all over the place. You back in Pennsylvania, wherever.
To be fair, James, to answer your point, the games that Purdy lost, the quarterback on the other side was better. When Purdy lost to Joe Burrow was better. When Purdy lost to Lamar Jackson was better. When Purdy lost to the Browns, the Browns quarterback, they turned the ball over. But again, we don't have to count the missed 42-yard field goal.
When he lost to the Vikings?
On that day, of course he was. Of course, objectively.
So now you're going on that day.
Well, you said when he played those quarterbacks who were better.
We're moving around
so
a lot.
If you lose the game, obviously that quarterback is better that day.
No, because the Browns quarterback wasn't better than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy just lost the game.
But that's a win.
Why can't we stick?
Like, he wasn't better enough throughout the game to win the game.
Why can't we stick to when we play? See, like, what?
I hear you, though,
I
hear you.
We wasting time.
Dak always loses to the Niners. Brock Purdy don't got to be there.
But he was there.
Okay.
He was there.
But I hear you.
Every time I played you, think about this for a second, though. If we play the same sport, Joy, and every time I see you, you know what time it is.
Right. Well, we're not arguing.
Like, I don't know if you game or not, but if I can just predict the future. All right, when the Cowboys play the Niners, Brock Purdy's going to outdo Dak Prescott. They're going to win the game every time. That's what's happening.
I don't disagree. All I'm saying is, where I disagree with James is, I don't think Dak is way better. I just think they're closer than we are really thinking. Like, we're just disregarding Brock Purdy's bad play. Like, Brock Purdy's bad play doesn't matter. It is irrelevant. It is not applicable at all, even though he plays really bad when he plays bad.
So does Dak.
Right.
Okay, so then they're closer than we think.
So if they are close, what's the deciding factor? Usually,
whatever you feel.
Dak has been more consistent.
Don't we usually say head-to-head?
Head-to-head, fine. So head-to-head, I would pick Purdy. But you didn't ask me that. You asked me, is Dak the most trustworthy?
That's what you did ask. And we're going to sit here and say, every quarterback.
What's the question? We in court.
So you're saying every quarterback that plays head-to-head against a quarterback, if they lose, they more trustworthy? That's what y'all telling me.
No, but if it's close.
No, that is what y'all saying.
If it's close. You just said if it's 50-50.
So this year, Josh Allen better than Patty because when they played, they beat him. So that's what I'm saying. You can't do that. You got to go over the consistent.
Pat beats on Josh, though.
So now you're going other games now.
You just wait.
Because I'm just saying, you guys are strictly saying the head-to-head this year. That's why you take it.
Let me tell you what I'm saying. So you don't have to guess or assume, right? You only got to guess.
I'm listening to you.
Listen to this.
I am.
When Brock Purdy, he's only been in the league for 2 years. You know, your first year, your second year, you're going to have 4-game picks. First year, second year, you're going to have a couple fumbles. I've been there. I've done that, right? You get better. You don't have all that. Anyway, when you play me and I play you, right? And every time we do this little game, you know the outcome. We don't got to guess. We don't got to assume. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to win, and I'm going to outplay you.
Okay.
So my question to you is, when we have this question about who you trust more, well, I'm trusting the dude that always beats me. I'm trusting the guy that always plays better than me. That's all I'm saying.
But it's just crazy to me because
Is it?
I keep receipts from everybody up here.
keep
and
receipts.
You telling me stay in L.A., but y'all don't always stay in L.A. You guys are just up here saying that you trusted Purdy more than Lamar Jackson, and I'm trying to scream resume and all that for Lamar. And y'all like, this season, that's what y'all telling me. And then they stepped on the field, and that's what happened. And now you guys are telling me it's Purdy because they won a head-to-head. It's a lot. Exactly. They won ahead, but it's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that you would trust more than the other quarterback, even if they lost to them head-to-head this season.
That's all I'm saying. I think they're so close. Would you say that? They're so close?
I would say they're so close, but I would also say, outside of outliers, the quarterback that wins head-to-head, I probably do trust them more, outside of outliers. But because they are so close, to me, the differentiating factor, at least you admit, it's not easy. Like, because you did say easily a little bit.
That's
all I ask.
And the producer,
I came down. Don't be hanging.
I'll admit it's not easy.
The
but
producer
Dak
said,
We met in the middle.
he said I gotta let the world know, right, before we leave for break.
It might not be easy.
Okay. He said, listen, America, right, we got great ratings. James was joking about Dak being the best Cowboy.
I'm not.
He was just playing.
No, I'm not.
He was just joking.
Hold on real quick. Do you think the Dallas Cowboys go to the Super Bowl this year without Dak Prescott? No. Chances.
Come on, man.
Chances of going.
No.
Do you think they have the record they have without Dak Prescott?
I don't think no.
So what are we talking about?
Every team don't have a starting quarterback. What are we?
So you're going to tell me Dak Prescott is the most valuable to the Cowboys, but not the best.
And that's where, and then we're done. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Every quarterback's the most valuable to the team.
Question. Time out. Let's just stick with the quarterbacks we're talking about. Is Brock Purdy? Because there's no way they're in a situation without Brock Purdy. Is Brock Purdy the best player on the 49ers?
They ain't in this position without
That's not what I said, James.
They're not.
Okay. There we go. Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.